Alright guys, welcome back to another episode. So we're going to continue on with our poor man's items. So the next one is going to be a pistol. It is called the Greyhawk 55. And if you go to the marketplace, it can be picked up for about $150,000 as well. This again is a pistol. It is .55 handgun ammo, 12 round capacity, slow reload speed, slow attack speed, very high accuracy, very high critical chance, and must be level 25 or higher to equip, and 120 pistol skill to master. So just like the last episode, if you didn't check that out, it was on the iron sight, which was a rifle. It was 150,000, and this is the pistol. It is the Greyhawk 55. It is a 120 pistol, and there's certain reasons that I'm looking at this item. So let's go over a few things. So average damage per second is 180 with crit. Average DPS at 124 reloading is 173, and damage per hit is 150 per crit. So damage or hits per second is 1.4, and ability is 30% PvE armor penetration, which can be handy. And we're going to talk about this. So again, it's a pistol. So the difference between the pistols and the rifles, well, the last video we did was the iron sight, which is a rifle, and I believe it did 250 a hit. So rifles typically do more damage per hit, but they're slower. Pistols shoot faster, but do less damage per hit, as you would expect. So depending on the type of item you like or the gameplay, pistols can feel a little faster because you're shooting more often, where rifles can feel slower, but more powerful. So it just depends on your kind of style. They're both good. They're both great for looting. They don't cause aggro as much. Just great items. Pistols are good. I went for those for a long time. I ran the double shot for the longest time. So the reason that we're looking at the Greyhawk is, again, because it's $150,000 and most people can afford this, and it'll get them until they can to get that $7 or $8 million item, right? So we're going to kind of go over where this shines at and where you would use it. And the first thing we're going to look at here is damage per hit. So each hit will do 150 damage. You're going to do 1.5 hits a second. So again, looking at the bestiary, looking at the zombies, this is going to shine in the northeast zone, just like the iron sight did. And the reason that this pistol is going to be good there is because most zombies have 150 health. And again, if you're doing 150 damage a hit with no boost, you're going to kill these things in one shot. So 150, 150, 150, 200. So this is where it comes into play when you have to shoot twice. But again, a pistol shoots faster. So, or if you have any type of damage boost, if you can boost that pistol to do 200 damage, you're going to be set. So a 10% boost would be what? That would take you to 165, 175, 80, 90. So you'd have to have like 25% damage boost, 30% damage boost, something like that. Actually, let's just do this. So if you do 150 damage a shot, we'll say a 30% boost. So you'd need, oops, 150 times, we'll do 0.35. So you'd need 35% damage boost. And that would one-shot these 200 HP zombies. So if that helps you out, aim for a 35% damage boost. And then you'll see kind of how that works. So we're going to go back into the game here. I actually have, what do I have here? There's the pistol, the Greyhawk 55. I have a 36% damage boost. So this should let me one-shot down here in the northeast zone. And let me show you where that's on a map so you guys are aware of where I'm even at. So let's go back to the boss map. So up here at the northeast where it's white, or gray, whatever you want to call that, your loot is better than in these red areas. So I would highly recommend you come up here and loot. Now you're not going to find the things that you find in Raven Ridge or the southeast zone or Death Row, but you're going to find good items that can help you get to that $8-9 million mark. So I highly recommend that you guys snag this pistol up, come up here, and just do some looting, just to upgrade your character, get some armor, get some cash saved up, get some better, weapons, things like that. So we're going to focus the northeast zone, and that's exactly where I'm at in this map right here. So let's test out this pistol. So 204. So again, I have that 35% or 36% damage boost. And that's allowing me to one-shot these. See, 204 damage. They have 200 health. Let me show you full auto. So it's a pistol. My rifle was slow, if you remember. I don't want to kill her, so she can cause some aggro for me. Let's reload. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wish I could, I need to get one non-crit so I can show you something. There's one that wasn't crit. Second one's a crit. Third one's a crit. 4, 5, no crit. So just like the rifle, same pattern. And again, that's with max crit, you know, for the item that you would need. And again, check my stat guide if you don't know what that means. If it has very high crit, you need to have a certain amount of crit to make it 4 out of 5 shots crit, if that makes sense. So check out my guides on that. And one other thing we're going to look at here. Let me go into my inventory. We're going to go ahead and take off. Let's do this. I want that. I'm trying to get all my damage boosts off of here. Alright, that was good enough. Alright, so now we do not have... What's my damage boost? I'll probably get some from my clan. 69%. Let me do one more thing here. I can make it lower. I can put on my mimic and mimic my prophecy. So that'll take it away 60%. Alright, now I have 9% damage boost. So let's see what this looks like with 9. So again, one shot and I didn't kill him, right? So 2 shot. Again, we looked at the bestiary and we know we're not going to one shot every zombie. But again, this shoots faster than the rifle. So it's not that big a deal, especially if you're looting in the correct zones, which again, up here, you're going to have no issues with the Greyhawk. I'm going to one shot almost everything except for a couple of them. That was 3 because one of them wasn't crit. And I really don't need to loot. I'm just kind of showing you, I guess, some of the stuff that you can find here. And you can get some decent. I actually found an iron sight in this hospital when they first came out. It was crazy. It was one of my most exciting finds ever because it was a newer item. But as you can, I just wiped out 3 zombies, not even really trying. It is a very good pistol, and I highly recommend it. If you're new to the game, you can get 150,000 pretty quickly. Snag yourself a Greyhawk or an iron sight, and I got more videos to do, so depending on your playstyle. But pick up one of these items, guys. It'll make your life so much easier. You know, one-shotting zombies, two-shotting them, looting in the northeast zone. It's going to get you a long way. You know, it may not be the best for bossing, but this is how you make money, is looting, right? So if you're looting, trying to save up, I highly recommend this. And let me know your thoughts on it. So if this has helped you guys out and you're a new player, let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm going to put out some more videos like this, so you newbies have a chance of making it. So anyway, until next time, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and even get a membership if you want. It helps me out, it helps the channel out, and I'm greatly appreciative of it. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll be making some more. And until next time, stay safe out there. Peace.